Here is how you enable the real dynamic island and real always on display in any iPhone. But first, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It really helps me out. Thank you. I have an iPhone 12 in front of me. This can work on any device. This even works on any iPad as well. Just meet the requirements. So I want you to open Settings, then General, then About. We need to have iOS version 16 or newer if we want to enable the dynamic island in any iPhone. If we want always on display, we need to have iOS version 18 or newer. So for the first time, I would recommend updating to iOS 18.0 if you can. iOS 18.0.1, 18.0.2, 18.1 may not work. Try at your own risk. On my iPhone 12 Pro, I have the always on option. In my iPhone 11, I don't. By the end of this video, my iPhone 11 will have always on display and the dynamic island. Before we begin, we also do need a Windows or Mac computer. If you're ready, the first step is you need to download the Shortcuts app from the App Store. This is made by Apple and it's free. We also need to open Settings, then tap your Apple account at the very top, select Find My, then go into Find My iPhone or iPad, and we must turn this off. This is a temporary procedure. Once you get the always on display and dynamic island, you can turn back on the Find My. We then need to head to the GitHub link, which I'll have in the description. It will bring you to the Masaka X. So we're going to scroll all the way down and keep on scrolling until you see the setting up. Below this, we see the shortcut download. We're going to tap on this to download the shortcut, and we're going to add that shortcut into our Shortcuts app. Once added, we're going to run the Save Mobile Gesture shortcut. We're going to allow the permissions, and this is going to save an iPhone file into our file system. So what I will do is I'm going to head to Browse on my iPhone, and I'm just going to create a new folder with the mobile gesture. So tap on Open, and when you tap on Open, that's going to save the file to the Files app. We view the created file by looking for and opening up the Files app, and then you should see in On My iPhone, you may have to tap Browse and then go to On My iPhone, and you're going to see the mobile gesture file. So we now need to move this file from our iPhone to our computer. If you have a Mac, you can just long press the file and then tap on Share and then tap AirDrop, and you can just AirDrop it to your Mac nice and easy. If you have Windows, you're going to have to do some other options. So either you can send an email from your iPhone to your Windows computer with the file, or you could download Google Drive, and then you could use Google Drive to upload the file to the cloud, and then you can download the file using Google Drive on your computer. We now need to head to the Masaka X GitHub page on our computer. I want you to scroll all the way down, and under Setting Up, if you have a Windows computer, click here to download iTunes from Apple. It's a certain version of iTunes that you need to use in order for the Masaka X to work. Once you've done that, scroll to the very top and you will see the releases, and then you will see the Masaka X. So you're going to click in the Masaka X. We then are going to scroll all the way down, and we're looking for the macOS or Windows download. So just click on your operating system and then download the Masaka X software. Once installed, we need to extract the zip file. On Windows, you open up the exe file. On Mac, we see the Masaka X app. We're going to drag and drop this to the Applications folder. And then before we can open Masaka X on Mac, we have an extra step. So I'm going to move this tab to the side, and there is this command we need to run. You can see installation for macOS, and then we can see this command here. So we're going to search at the top right for the terminal, and then we'll open the terminal app. And we just need to type this command, macOS only, XATTR-C space, and then drag and drop Masaka X and then click on enter. Now open Mosaka X. Whether you're Windows or Mac, it should open up successfully. So we now see select mobile gestalt file. So earlier in the video, I covered how to move this file to your computer. So click on the select mobile gestalt file and then just find the mobile gestalt file. So here it is, and then we're going to click on open for this one. So inside of here, we have all these options. So we want to use the always on display. You can see iOS 18.0, and we also want to get the dynamic island. So you have all these options here. The iPhones which are non-Pro Max models, so non-Max, non-Plus, you use the 2556 option. If it is a Pro Max iPhone you have, or like a plus size iPhone, you use the 2796. So I'll use the 2556 option. We now need to connect our iPhone to the computer. Once your iPhone is connected to the computer, there should be a trust message which appears, and just make sure your iPhone's unlocked and then tap the trust message to trust the connection. I'd also recommend turning off the Wi-Fi before we proceed. Sometimes Mosaka will restore data to a Wi-Fi connected device instead of the USB, so do this just in case it messes about. Once this is done, we're going to click on apply to apply the changes. Now I forgot to disable Find My, so I'm just going to do that. Then I'll click on apply again, and this time it should work. So my iPhone's rebooting. You don't need to use the computer anymore. However, if you do want to revert this in the future, you will just select your mobile gestalt file and make sure these are unticked, then just click apply again, or you can choose the regenerate mobile gestalt reset option instead. So once applied, for me, I didn't see any setup screen. If you do, I'll put on screen what you need to press to get back to your home screen. And so look at this, right? I clicked the lock button and this is the real always on display. This is absolutely insane. And we even have the dynamic islands. It has this radar because iPhone 11 and 10 are properly supported. But if I start a timer here, you can see dynamic island on my iPhone 11. And if I just go to the about pages settings, you can see I am running iOS 18. This is incredible. Give this a try yourself. Let me know how it goes in the comment section. Bye bye.